everyone. Welcome to the Quest for Truth with Corina Pataki. I'm Karen Britt. I'm just going to do a little business with you guys before we get started. We have got an exciting show for you today, and I hope everyone will join us here. And if you are, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channels so you and your friends can get reminded when we come on live. So let's talk about a little business. First of all, if you haven't taken a peek at Corina's website, go there and do. This is where you're going to be able to get links to directly purchase her books, see, her itinerary, what's coming up this year for her. You'll be able to find out so much more about what's going on with the quest for truth. So be sure to um, put that on your favorites tab on your computer. The next thing I want to talk about is Corina's book, The Quest for Freedom, has been revised. You got to get it. It's a story of Corina's life story of coming from Romania to the United States, and it'll keep you on the edge of your seat. So please do get that. You can get all of these fine books and more. She's got a couple other books that are not here that you can get and start taking your journey as Corina takes you through even into hidden dimensions and beyond, where she talks so much about who you are and how to find your identity. All right, so the show for the next coming week is Under the Microscope with Felicia Milan. She is awesome, guys. I'm telling you, set your calendar for this right here because she takes us through a journey of mRNAs, DNA, designer technologies. You're not going to want to miss it. We're so excited about this show here. Also in September, I'm holding the Quest for Truth intensive right here in Virginia. We are so excited about that. We're going to have a great time. Last year, we had such a good time with Corina, and we wanted her to come back, and let's do it again. And of course, let's not forget our Patreon members. We love them so much. We have a great time spending time with them and just using and giving them tools for their journey to go to the next level. So if you haven't joined Patreon, think about it. We have two tiers. We have a silver tier, $10 a month, and also a gold tier, which allows you to even have access to Corina once a month as she comes in and does some personal one-on-one with her group. So if you haven't, go over there and take a look. We would love to have you join us there. So let's bring Corina in. Corina, it's all yours.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Hello, everybody. Hello. We're so excited to be here live with you again. I know we're getting viewers from all over the world, different states in the US, and then different countries, even South Africa. I know Romania's watching also, UK. My goodness. Yeah. So, welcome, everybody. Welcome to this phenomenal episode that I'm so excited about. And I'm so honored, you guys, to have with us an amazing, incredible man that I have gotten to know him and his beautiful wife, whom I dearly love. Um, I consider him my brother, and I want to bring this incredible person to you guys and let him share with you his remarkable life story that has touched so many people and has been such a powerful voice of truth in this disclosure time and season. So, I would like to bring, and I'm going to give you a little bit more of a detailed background on this amazing man, Jean Charles Moyen. Jean Charles, oh my gosh, welcome, welcome to the Quest for Truth.
Welcome. Thank you to receive me today. I'm very grateful for that. And you're amazing, and your show is very wonderful. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Jean Charles. Thank you. You guys, before I asked Jean Charles to share with you his incredible life story and facets of it, because he will be back. and we're going to continue this journey with him, the remarkable things that he has been part of and he continues to be part of in this unfolding and revealing of the truth. I do want to share with you right now a little bit about his life. What if a 4-year-old received the gifts of telekinesis and teleportation related to multiple ET experiences throughout his childhood? Well, this child is Jean Charles Moyen. Jean Charles is an ET contactee and the writer and producer of Revelation Starseed 2 and more that we're going to talk about, a film documenting his personal account of the multi ET contacts that he has had throughout his childhood. Jean Charles shares the details of his experience on board the ET craft, as well as the 3D encounters that he has had on Earth with the Gray and Men in Black. At 16, Jean Charles began exhibiting sensory interferences with electromagnetics before he began teleporting and then became a telekinetic conductor. Listen, there's more. Jean Charles was recruited into a joint US French secret space program in 1990 when he began serving as a military conscript, answering questions about the origins and history of this highly classified program. He asserts that high level technologies exchange agreements between the US, Britain, and France that were reached during the Second World War continued after that war ended. These agreements led to the secrets of flying saucer technologies acquired by covert US crash retrieval teams being shared with the UK and France. Now, in this present time, Jean Charles was tested by the internationally known scientists Dan Winters and Patrick Boot revealed the tests that they have done on him revealed the results of psychomatic tests on Jean Charles to determine why he was selected for multiple contacts with ETs and if his gifts were related to alpha peaks in his left brain. And you guys, the results were absolutely incredible. So now, Jean Charles, with all of that information, I want to welcome you. And let's start, Jean Charles. Let's start with your 4 years old when you were taken, that first experience. Let's start with that.
Yes, I just begin before 4 years
Yes.
old when I
Yes.
when I was born. Um, I found a article in internet now for my new book, for my book about my life. I'm writing right now. I discovered something very strange because when I was born in 1969, um, everything was quiet and good weather and nothing happened. But at the moment when I was born, a big hurricane and tempest rise in France. It was 9 to the 10 level. So it was very, very dangerous. There is a lot of trees destroy, and if you found in internet 1969, you saw the what's happening during this. And during my birth, there is a lightning just above the room of my mother. She burst me.
Mhm.
Very strange, electricity and the storm.
Mhm.
So keep this in your mind.
Mhm.
Now I jump to 4 years old. When I was four, I was with my parents in a vacancy in France. I was playing on the sand, and suddenly I was in the front of my parents. I disappear, really disappear. My mother raises his head and say, "Where is he?"
Mhm.
And no John Charles. And the beach on France is very very large kilometers. So there was very sad, and they searched me everywhere with a lot of people and lifeguards, and no John Charles. During 1 hour research, they don't found me. At this moment, my parents cry and say, "Oh my God, maybe he fall in the sea or something else." And my mother cry in the arm of my dad, and suddenly she raised his head, and I was in the front of my mom, just 1 meters, no trace in the ground, nothing. I was reappear like magical at the same place, and I'm playing in the sand like something never happened. After that, during a few months and years after, I described to my parents, I was in a big spaceship, and I was surrounded by beings, light beings, in front and the side, and they touched my head. I was very, very young, so I described something very strange. But my parents don't link the event at this moment. This after that, they discovered my interaction with electricity, because like other child, when I'm crying, or like every child, everything shut down, you know everything moving, and you know when you don't know this, you say, "Oh my God, what's happened? Something fall, something move, something the light off, light on." But they realize, "Oh my God, it's linked with our son. There is something very strange." After that, when I was a kid, I was with my mother in a supermarket, and during we buy something, and we are in the alley, and I say to my mother, "I'm very tired," and she tell me, "Go to sleep." Okay, but we are in a supermarket. I don't sleep, and I remember I'm stopped in a alley, and I put my hand like this and close my eyes, and she tell me, "What do you do?" And I say, "Research myself." you know I'm
Yes,
a kid, okay? Everything is possible when we are a kid. So,
absolutely.
okay, and suddenly the supermarket shut down, all. Pew. And we are in the dark, and my mom say, "John Charles, is it you?" And I say, "Yes." And she tell me, "Light on, please."
Mhm.
And I say, "Okay." And the lights on. But we don't realize at this moment there is a little wall. There is a guys behind, and he heard everything, and he was with um, a box of peas, and was frozen like this. And maybe at this moment he realized what's happening. It's crazy,
Yes.
because they don't know I was close to his family. So my mother realizes, and we go to the cash to
Mhm.
pay.
Mhm.
And there is a lot of cash one, cash two, cash three. We with a light, it's the light open, and you go to pay. And I was in a line, and I look the light and open close, open, close, open, close. And she tell me, my mom tell me, John Charles, stop it. It's not funny. And I say, okay. And I stop.
Uh-huh.
The same guys in the other line look us and traumatize,
Yes.
and we get out to the supermarket. This is one event mark the life of my parents. To me, it was funny, when you are a kid, you don't do that, you do that. So I try to focus for the great event in my life, but there is a lot of big event in my life. So please, sorry if I jump. Okay,
No.
I
Perfect.
I jump to another time in my life when I was in a little school. I
Yes.
playing with my little friend, and you know, you must count one, two,
Oh,
three,
yes.
and they must hidden. You
Right.
know,
Hide and go
yeah,
seek. Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
And it's my turn. I was on the wall, and I count one, two, three, and I heard my little friend speaking, and I say, okay, they don't hidden,
Hmm.
but nobody was there. I heard the voice in my head telepathically.
Yeah.
So I found my friend, and they was very angry because I do that. How you can do that? And because they hidden in a director office, it was forbidden. And I found the guy, and I said, how you can find us? And I say, because I heard your voice in my head, and it was it was not the best thing I do, because they mock me, and they tell me I'm a monster, I'm a mutant. It was very sad for me at this moment, because I don't have a lot of friends playing with me, because I was different.
Yes.
So after that, I jump. Uh, I was in my office, in my room. When I was a kid, I am a room,
Hmm.
and when I want something, I just put my hands, and the thing came to my hands. I know it's curious, but it's true.
Yes.
This is my life,
Yes.
and I was communicate with animals when my cat or my dogs was sick, and the vet say, okay, you must take this capsule for healing.
Hmm.
It don't works, but it was natural for me. I put my hand to my animals, my pets, and suddenly I felt a hot, and the animals heal instantly. But I was sick too, you know, very sick, like a dog.
You
So
got sick. You got sick after you healed the animals.
exactly, because at this moment I don't know
Yeah.
how
How
use
you?
my abilities. So I think at this moment I suck the bad thing of the animals or the person.
Yeah.
After that I realize how can change this, and
Yes.
imagine each time I was very sick, it's not the solution.
No. Definitely not.
After that I jumped to 12 years old. When you are a kid in your room, you take your clothes randomly, and it look like a form, and you are afraid of your clothes. And I was like this. I put my clothes like this, and in the night, it was curious, because I felt there is something in my office, but it was my clothes. Okay, I opened the light. It was my clothes.
Yes.
And when I was a child, I slept to my stomach. And each night I heard some noise in my room, and first of all, I think it's my cat, but it wasn't, because
Mhm.
the cat sleep with my dad and my mom, so it wasn't the cat. But I can't move. I was stick
Mhm.
in my bed, you know.
Mhm.
So I heard something rummaging in my room, and I say, "My God, I can't move."
Mhm.
And I think inside of me, the next night, if it's happened again, I must sleep on my back to open my eyes like this and see what's happened.
Happening. Mhm.
And the next night, it's happened again. I opened my eyes and I saw something like a shadow, and I was 100% sure it wasn't my clothes.
Yeah.
And suddenly I say, "I see you," and the shadow moving.
Hmm.
And imagine, I'm 12, okay?
Yes.
And the shadow came to me, and I have a little light, on the wall to, when you are a kid, you are afraid on the dark, so you have a little
Night.
LED, yeah, light. Okay,
Yes.
so the thing come to me, and it was the beings, tall beings, maybe 6 feet,
Mhm.
and he he came out of the shadow, and no hair, green skin, red eyes, and he sat down to the bottom of my bed and said to me, "Hello, my name is Victor." And curiously, I wasn't afraid. I
Wow.
say, "What do you do here?"
Mhm.
And you don't supposed to see me because it's not the same frequency. But
Fine.
I was special at this moment, so my frequency able to see different things in the different um, timeline, or
Mhm.
dimension.
So you are not supposed to see him because he was in a different frequency, but because of your abilities, you were able to see him. So that's
E-
surprising that you were seeing him.
exactly. And I forget something very important, because before 12, um, I bleed, my nose bleed, okay? But when I when I sleep to my pillow, um, there is a spot, but it wasn't red, it
Mhm.
was green.
Mhm. Mhm.
So my blood was green in a part of my life. After that, it go
Back.
red. Okay, parentheses. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So I go to my room, and Victor tell me, I don't have the right to stay with you in contact. So I have a problems to that, and he disappear.
Okay. Mhm.
I say, "Oh my God!" I say to my parents, someone came to my room, and I explain who he is, and my parents say, "Okay, okay." They don't think at this moment I it's my imagination, because my parents believe me
Right.
each time, because they say it's impossible our son invent this detail of
Right.
spaceship. You know, every kid have imagination, right? But they don't have. We don't have internet at this moment because it don't exist. I don't see the television, and I play with my friend, and it's not like now. The
Yes. Yeah.
technology isn't in your house,
Plus,
so
your parents experienced the abilities that you were having, so they knew that you weren't making these things up.
yeah, since the beginning, my parents know it wasn't normal that I
Yes.
have this ability, so they keep the secret and protect me
Absolutely.
for everybody. So it was close your mouth, no,
Yeah.
don't say nothing. And
Yeah.
in my family, they don't believe extraterrestrial, or so it was very very loud secret, because each time we gathering in family, we don't we can share what's happening to me, like my blood or teleportation. And like I say in Orlando, imagine Christmas dinner and what's happened today to your son? And I say, oh, he bleed green and he teleport and you want some potatoes, grandma? And and
Just
no,
a
no,
normal
and
Christmas
I'm
celebration.
kidding. Yeah, but it's real, and
Yeah.
it was very it very very sad because I don't want to. I can't share this with my family. So the next night or the second night, Victor came second times in my room, and he tell me I have the authorization to stay in contact with you by the conglomerate, galactic conglomerate or Federation Galactic, whatever. But
Yeah.
at this moment, he tell me it's a galactic conglomerate, and he have a seat in this conglomerate,
Mhm.
Victor.
Yes.
So I say, okay, why you have the authorization? And he say to me, because in the future, something very important will happen in your life, and I was there for you. Okay,
Oh,
I will be there for you.
mhm.
And I say, okay, okay. The next years at 13, I was in a summer camp, in a teenage summer camp, and I have a big sunstroke over my head, and I was hospitalized in France because I was dehydrated, very very huge. I was
Yes, it sounds
I
strong.
lost conscious, yeah, lost consciousness. So I was in a room, and I tell to the doctor, it's like a heartbeat in my head, boom boom
Yes.
boom boom. And he
Yes.
say, oh, it's not a stroke, it's
Mm,
they decide to make me an X-ray.
mhm.
And during the first X-ray, they discovered a spot in in my brain. So they think at this moment, oh, it's a dust. You must clean the X-ray, and maybe the second times X-ray, but it was the same thing. And they discovered it's like a tic tac capsule, metal capsule, little, but it was inside my head.
Mhm.
So they decide to keep me in observation in this hospital. But during a night, the doctor, X-ray doctor, came into my room with another guys, a military guys. You know, I was sleep, and I wake up and sleep, wake up. I was, with intravenous in my arm. So I remember clearly these two guys, and they spoke about me, and he showed my radio because in my room there is a little wall with a light, and they can put the radio, and he explained something. And I remember I was like I sleep, but I don't sleep
Right.
with my eyes, and I try to understand what they say about me, but I can't. Why? Because the military guys don't speak French. He spoke German.
Uh-huh. Wow. Hmm.
And I said, what? Military guys is in my room. I'm a civil. It's not normal. And I lost consciousness.
Mm,
And I remember they put me a mask here with a little gaze. It was green. And I lost consciousness again.
mhm.
And suddenly, in the night, I was wake up because someone shake me, and like this, and I say, "Oh my God, what's happened?" And there is a old guys, military guys with blue eyes and white hair, and tell me, "Come on, hurry up! I don't want to miss the jump."
Huh.
And I say, what do you say? Okay, okay, I'm just wake up, I'm dizzy,
Yes.
and he tell me, follow me, and I go out of my bed and I follow him because at this moment, I'm a teenager, so this is an adult, and I say in my mind, maybe they want to transfer me in another department because they found something very huge in my head, and they discovered something. So for me, it's normal. We go to a corridor and we arrive to an elevator. They open the door of the elevator, and there is a guys, a military guys, with black glasses and a black suit with the emblem of a red triangle on the chest. No word, and we enter inside and we go down. And at this moment, we go down, and I say, "Oh my God, it's so deep for a hospital," and I'm stressed.
Yeah.
And you know what's happened when I'm stressed? The light of the elevator begin to pulsating,
Yes.
and the military guys put his hand on my shoulder and say, "Everything is okay, kid. Don't be afraid. You are
Mhm.
not in danger." And it stopped.
Yeah.
We arrive at the basement of the hospital, and the door open, but not the same door. We enter. It's another door appear like a metal,
Yes.
like this open. And right now, the Japan show invention with no, you know,
No divider.
exactly.
Hmm.
It takes the form and put, and this is just one piece, and you don't see the seal.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so it's curious because there's a many, 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 many decade before. So
So now in Japan, they invented that. Something that
exactly,
we saw many, many decades ago.
yeah, yeah, oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay.
So we are in the basement. The door open, and I get out, and the military guys say to me, "It's finished for me here. Continue alone."
Hmm.
Thank you. If you
Sure.
okay,
No
everything is okay. Good luck.
problem.
And curiously, I wasn't afraid.
Mhm.
I was very powerful inside of me. I don't know why, because maybe it's innocence, because you are a child, so you don't feel the danger,
Yeah.
maybe. But it wasn't there. It wasn't this, because I feel something very strong inside of me. Say, everything is okay, go.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I go to a table. There is a woman. She tell me, put your hand in this little box. It's like a box, and I put my hand and I feel, like a photocopy,
Yes.
uh, a hot, warm in my hand. And she tell me it's for DNA signature.
Hmm.
And okay. And she give me a suit, a black suit in one piece with a emblem, silver emblem in the chest. It was a Pegasus, a
Pegasus.
wing, Pegasus wing horse.
Ah,
And
yes.
she tell me, go to this line with another kid, because there is a lot of kid, okay, with I think it's gown,
Yeah.
dress, hospital dress,
Yes. Gown.
a
Uh-huh.
gown, yeah, yeah,
Medical
yes,
gown.
I'm
Hmm.
good.
Very good. Very good.
I try my best, huh? Okay, for the people listen to me. Okay, I'm not perfect. I'm French, so I'm not perfectly English. I do my best, and I
Beautiful.
think good effort for people know me and follow me since 3 years or 4 years. There is
Yes. Huge improvement. He froze a little bit, but he's coming back.
no, there is a cut in the life. Okay, I go to the line, and in the bottom there is a big light like a bubble soap, with a very bright light, and we
Yes.
go enter in this light. At this moment, I feel tingling inside of me, and I felt dizzy. And when I opened my eyes, in a fraction of a second, I was in another big hangar. You know,
Yes.
hangar is correct.
Hanger. Hanger.
Anger,
Hanger. Hmm.
not anger, hunger.
Not anger. Hanger.
and
Yes.
and there is a lot of kids.
Yeah.
They separate girls and boy, and they test our fear
Wow.
with a different situation, with a screen, with you know, with a lot of things, you know, to afraid us and know what's level. Many failed, but not
Yeah.
me. And there is a military guys with the X-ray doctor. They recognize me and say, "Come, come." And
Mm-hmm.
I go, and he tell me, "This is the boy I told you," to the military.
Mm.
And he said to me, "Go to this room, a shadow room, and go inside." And I say, "Okay," never afraid. You know, I say, "Okay, go to the shadow room."
Yeah.
I enter to the shadow room. I feel something, but not frightening, but something very strange, you know.
Mhm.
And in the shadow, get out the shadow, a huge mantis with a
Mental.
big eyes, a mantis.
Mm-hmm.
She came to me and put his a big paw
Mm-hmm.
in my shoulder and contact me by telepathically and say to me, everything is okay. Don't be afraid. You have been chosen. And I collapse. I open my eyes. I was in my bed in a hospital. And I say, oh, it's not a dream.
Yeah.
And when I explain that, this is real. Now I have a chill again, you know? I
Yes.
remember this moment for the rest of my life. Of my
Yes.
life. Sorry.
Yes.
So I wake up and I say, what's happened? And I was very, you know, dizzy and already dehydrated, you know, with my
Sure.
intravenous. And
Sure.
suddenly I lost consciousness again. Poof. And I was wake up by a horn. Toot, toot. And I opened my eyes. I was in the bus with my bag on my knees,
Knees. Mm-hmm.
and go to go to the summer camp. But how I was get out, how I get out to the hospital, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's curious, right?
Yes.
So I go to the summer camp and I explain to my little friend what I remember, and they tell me, "Oh my God, you are crazy! You are na na na!" And it was one of the saddest day of my life. And I decide in a night
Mm-hmm.
to get out to the chalet and waiting that my friends sleep.
Yes.
I go through the windows and I go to a big field near the chalet, near the
Mhm.
camp, summer camp, and I stand to the ground. And I, f- I remember I look up the sky and I say, it's enough for me.
Yeah.
Come and get me. I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to be here anymore. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
because each time
No, it's okay.
I'm very emotive about that.
Emotional.
Mhm.
Of course.
So,
Of course.
you know, this is the reason why I don't like the life, you know, because I can cut this, you
No,
know.
you're doing great. No, but this is true emotion. This is realism. This is emotion. You're doing fabulous.
So,
Yeah.
I look up the sky and I remember I saw a star. There are many stars because I am in a mountain, in
Yeah.
French mountain, so there is a lot of stars, no pollution. And the star moving, and it came to me, and it was a disc. And
Mm.
suddenly, I feel a warm around me, very hot around me, and I was in the light and teleport inside a big spaceship. And in this spaceship, there is a lot of spaces. In particularly, there is Victor with another species, and he tell me, "Welcome aboard the Solaris."
Wow.
The name of the spaceship was the Solaris. And in the front of me, there is a big corridor, and there is a beautiful blonde woman with blue eyes, with a silver suit, very close the body, like a second skin.
Again, yes.
Came to me and tell me, "Hello, my name is Maria, but everyone call me Mary. Follow me, please." And I follow her. And there is a big space view. We are in a big corridor, and the space view with the universe. It was amazing. And I go to this corridor, and we arrive in a room, and she tell me, "Enter in this room, please." And it was like a classroom, but the table was floating, and the chair floating too.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of kid, but no humans. There is a
Wow.
aquatic being, there is a gray being, there is a reptilian being. Okay. Very important to clarify, every reptilian is not bad, okay?
Okay,
There is
good.
a beautiful beings, reptilian. There is a reptilian extraterrestrial, the reptilian intraterrestrial in Agata. There is a reptilian aquatic, you know.
Yes. Yes.
So each time we say reptilian, people say, "Oh my God, it's a reptilian." No, no,
Right.
no. It's like a humans. There are good
Yeah.
human and bad humans.
Yes. Yes.
So it's important to clarify. So
Very good.
um, she tell me, go to this place because there is one empty place near a boy. There is another boy like you.
Hmm.
Her name was David,
Okay.
and I was in this. Sorry, I was.
Good job.
I was in this room, and she tell me, "You want to see how humans uh, what is the humans?" So she tell
Yeah.
me, go to the front, and imagine, okay, I'm 13, and
Yes.
I came to the front of the class, the classroom, and she tell me, put your feet on this disc, and I was on the disc like levitated,
Yes.
and she turned like like this, and I was naked,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
nude, and
Yes.
I was exposed for
Yes.
each creature and beings, and oh my God, okay, okay, oh, it's like this,
Wow.
okay, it's a human.
Okay.
Imagine, I was a very I don't I search the name, um
Shy.
yes, exactly, shy, very
Yes.
shy.
Of course.
And after that, I get out to the room, and there is Victor speaking with another alien races, and
Mm-hmm.
I was outside, and this little boy David came into my arm
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
and tell me,
Mhm.
we are friends for the life.
Oh, wow. Hmm. Mm-hmm.
And during a lot of years in this spaceship, we were trained by different species for prepare to the future for
Yeah.
different mission.
Yeah.
So, like in a classroom, we have travel into different planet and meet different species and exchange something, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
But my training was different than the other children because Maria tell me you are different,
Mhm.
and I say why I'm different because you are a superstar seed. And I say why you say superstar seed, and she tell me because you have the abilities to teleport yourself without any device.
Wow.
Very important.
Yes.
I jump into my teenage age when I was a child.
Yes.
Very important, so you can connect why
Good.
she says this. Okay,
Yeah.
when I was a boy, a little boy, sometimes I dream. Okay,
Sure.
I was in on the beach in like Bahamas, and
Mhm.
it was a vivid dream. Very
Real.
clear,
Yes.
very, yeah, it's very real. But the difference at this moment we live in Paris in the ninth floor of building,
Hmm.
so there is no sand. But
Right.
when I wake up in the pajamas, I was tan and I was um, white sand between my toes and in the bottom of my bed.
So you
My
had a
parents,
10. You had a
yes,
10 when you woke up, and then sand.
exactly,
Oh,
and the white sand between my toes, and my
yeah.
parents' testimony of that because she remembers that. Or when I was in skiing, I was the trace of my glasses. So it was not a dream. It's a really teleportation.
Teleported. Yes.
Yes, and my dad was very funny because he tell me, "Hey son, if you can go outside, why you don't try to go very far?" And I say, "Where?" And everything is possible when you are a kid, and when you listen your dad, it's your hero. Okay, and my
Yes.
dad is on always my hero. I love
Yes.
you, dad, and mom too. And my dad say in other planets, and I say, "Oh yes." And in the night, I sleep, and I wake up in another place. It's another planet,
Mhm.
and his name was Antares. Antares, yes,
Antares. Yes.
Antares. And
Hmm.
I was walking. There is a lot of crystal in the ground, in the tree, and there is a different creature harvest the crystal in his bag. And I asked why they put this, and it was for technology or medicine or eating.
Yes. Wow.
There is a lot of crystal, like a flower, but imagine crystal outside everything around you. And there is a river, but the river was red. It was the color of the water was red, and
Mm.
inside the water, in the ground, on the ground, there is a lot of crystal inside. And I say, "Oh my God, it's very beautiful." And I'm wake up, and I explained that to my parents, and say, "Oh my God, you are very far, my son." And yeah, 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 man, I would like to return. And oh my God, I was very close to take something and bring something with me, and you know, it
Yes.
stay in my mind.
Yes.
And I decide in each time I dream, I wake up in my dream and I say it's not a dream. I was dressed like I sleep
Yeah.
with my pajamas, with my t-shirt. It was the same thing. So it's curious, you know. You
Yes.
can dream something, but you are dressed like you sleep before.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so I decide to go again at the same place, and I take a little bag with a bottle, empty bottle, plastic in my bag, and I put my bag in my bed and I sleep with my bag. Everything is possible when you are a
Of
kid
course.
again. So it's crazy, right? When you
Love.
think it's crazy. Oh, man, you're a kid, so it's okay. It's okay. Imagination. And I'm wake up at the same place. Oh yes, good. I'm dressed in the pajamas
Hmm.
and I have my bag on my shoulder. And I say, oh my God, I don't dream. I'm really here. Okay. And I walk and I put my feet on the water. And when I arrive at the same place, I open my bag, take my bottle, and fill my bottle with water, red
Yes.
water, with
Red-
crystal inside. And I
Yes.
close and I take my bag and I continue my journey. And I wake up. I search my bag, but no bag. So I say, oh, it was a dream. It was a dream. But my bag is on the bottom on the bottom of my bed. So I put my bag, I check my bag, and you know what? I heard flock flock.
Yeah.
I opened my bag, and I was in my bag. I had in my bag the bottle filled with a red water with a crystal on the bottom of my bottle.
Mhm.
I go to the kitchen. My mom and my dad have breakfast, and I say, hey, you know what? Tonight I was at the same place, and my mom was cooking a cake. And she say to me, oh, and did you bring something, son? And I say, yes. And I opened my bag and put the bottle on the table, and my dad and my mom was,
Yeah.
oh my God. And at this moment, my mother burned his hand in over
Yes. The
and
oven.
oven. And
Hmm.
she said, oh my God. And my dad, I don't know why, put a cotton and open the bottle and put this, and my mother say, what do you do? You don't know what is this? You put this in my hand. And she don't burn, she don't clock, and she heal. It was healing instantly. But after that, my dad decided to put a water in, you know, the normal water
Yes.
in the bottle to have extend
Okay.
the. But she killed the water. She turned dark, and he say, "Oh my God, I've get a mistake." And he keep the in the little box the crystal
Okay.
inside
Hmm.
and put the crystal in a secret place
Yes.
in the house, because imagine if something
Of course.
sometimes each time when I bring something during 2 3 days, it disappear, like they realize I bring something and no proof, evidence.
Right.
But my dad was very clever,
Yeah. Clever. Clever.
clever,
Hmm.
and each time he write in a diary or he take a photo.
Very good. Wow.
And when I decide to realize a movie about my life, Starseed Revelation, and
Yes.
I say to my parents, do you want to testimony about what you live with me? Not confirm what I say, just what you see
Good.
and what you live. And she say, okay, son, this is the best gift we can do for you. We accept. No blur face, no
Yeah.
in the light. Okay.
Yes.
So I have something to tell you, son. And I say, what? And did you remember the crystal? And I say, yes, because it disappeared. Yes, but I found in the box the picture I take.
Wow.
And I say, what? And he sent me the picture of the crystal of Antares. You
Oh,
know, it's yes, it's incredible because you don't dream, but after that people say, oh, and where is the crystal? Oh, they
wow.
disappear. You don't have a proof? No. Yes, I have a picture.
Yes.
So I include this picture in my movie. It's very important
Yes.
to explain that.
Yes.
So after that, when I was uh, I have a lot of thing to explain, and it's not easy to
No. Yeah,
short time. So
yes. You're
maybe
just,
I came another
oh,
times.
absolutely. Absolutely. You're gonna come. You
So
guys want to see me come back? Of course. Watch.
yeah,
Of
yeah,
course
yeah.
I'll come back.
So after I was in a teleportation. So now I jump to the corridor in a Solaris when Maria tell me why she tell me you are a superstar seed
Okay.
because you have the abilities at this moment to teleport yourself without any device.
Yes,
So
yes.
exact. So this is why because people say, oh, it's pretentious and blah blah blah. No, 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 it's not me. Call me myself superstar seed.
Right.
She called me superstar seed because she don't never seen before that. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
and very important things. When I start to filming Starship Revelation 2, my dear friend Elena Danan um, put me in contact with amazing people,
Yes.
Patrick Botte and Dan Winter,
Yes.
a specialist of brainwave since 51 years. He traveled in a lot of countries and he discovered the gamma brainwave of children, was able to read a book without her eyes and can drive a bicycle with
Well,
blind and yes,
blindfolded.
yes,
Blindfolded.
hidden. It's incredible, and it tests the Tibetan monk wave and a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
And he tell me, Don Charles, I would like to test your brainwave, and I say, okay, what can I do for you? And he tell me you must buy this, and it's a strap, and it's a device you put
Head.
in your head, and we can record what's happening in your brain. And he tell me, can you try to be at the same state when you was teleport, when we try to teleport. Oh, when I say that, it's
Oh,
connect with another thing. Okay,
I know. Go ahead.
people, just still pause here. Okay, and I
Yes.
jump into
Yeah.
very, very important.
You have to
Okay,
say that. Yeah, you have.
yes, listen carefully.
Yeah.
When I was young, I
Mhm.
was in a little school, and during an exam, I decide to go to the toilet. Each time you are stressed, you go to the toilet, and I
Yeah.
raise my hand, and the teacher don't saw me and don't answer me. Please, madam, I want to go to the toilet. Every children in classroom was frozen.
So they were all frozen. It's not like
Yes,
they didn't hear you. They were
no,
frozen. Period. Frozen.
exactly. So
Yeah. Yes.
nobody answer me. So I decide to go to the toilet. We are in a two floor. There is a toilet. It's an old school, okay? It's a private school. So there is no windows, just four wall with a door. And I enter inside. I close the door and I open. There is a timer for the economic energy. At this
For
moment,
the
you
light.
crank and you have 5 minutes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
when it's finished, it's finished.
Yeah.
And I was in the toilet, and suddenly I feel dizzy and I feel tingling in my body, and I close my eyes in a fraction of a second. When I opened my eyes, I was in the dark because the light shut down. I found the button, but it wasn't the same button. It was a button on off, normal,
So it
not
was a different one. It was the
ex-
on and off switch. It was no longer.
exactly. So in the night, I was, oh my god, but it's not the same. When I touch, I realized, "Bo-
Mhm.
okay, maybe. I opened the light. I was in the toilets, but it wasn't the same toilet of the school. It was the toilet of the apartment of my parents in a few kilometers from the school. Everything was stay on my table, my stuff, my coat on my chair, my keys, my ID card, everything. So my mom go to the house, the apartment, and say to, "What do you do here? You are not in a school." And I explained to my mom what's happened, and she say, "Oh my god!" And she must phone to the director, and she must lie, okay, because it's oh, he was a sick and blah blah blah. And, but
Mhm.
the the director come to the toilet and with the locksmith to
Yeah.
open the door because the door was locked inside. Okay. And when they opened the door, no windows, two floor, no John Charles inside, you
So
know?
the lock was closed, no window, so you could not
No,
go
no,
through the
but
window.
no, 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 no,
Yeah.
no, no. It's impossible. So
Yes.
it was the first time. The second times I had, I was 18, 18, yeah, 18. And I was in my room. I live with my parents at this moment in the ninth floor, you know.
Mhm.
And I put in my hand the picture of my girlfriend, and I say, I want to be with her at this
Mm.
moment.
Mhm.
But, it's like a wish, you know.
Yeah, you had a wish. Yes.
And I can't imagine what's happened at this moment. I was in slippers, slippers.
Yes, like pajamas?
Yes,
Yes.
and in my eyes, I saw a different place, my room, and
Ah,
the place where my girlfriend
girlfriend.
live, and
Mhm.
the image came to cross,
Uh-huh.
and I feel dizzy and tingling, and suddenly I was in fraction of second. I opened my eyes. I was in the front of the door of my girlfriend in a few kilometers. No shoes, no coat. My
Yeah.
keys was in on the bed.
In your
Okay,
room.
in my room of apartment of my parents. My mom came to the apartments and uh, John Charles, are you here? And she opened the door of my room, and she saw my shoes and my coat and my keys and my ID card. I'm 18. Okay, so there is an alarm system inside. So everything was there is only three key: me, my
Mhm.
mom, and my dad. Okay, so
Mhm.
my dad, my mom, keys, and me. But my keys was is
And
on
on the
on
bed.
my bed.
Yes.
And she phoned to my dad and say, "Honey, we have a problem. John Charles is not here." What do you mean? Everything is here. His stuff, shoes, and he say, "Oh my God, it's a teleportation." Okay, I go now. And my dad came to my girlfriend house and bring my pants, my coat, and she was traumatized.
Your
And in a
girlfriend.
few, a few weeks later she break down our relationship, you know.
Yeah.
So it was really teleportation. It
Yes.
wasn't you know,
Yes. Yes. So you teleported with your physical body.
oh yes, yes, yes,
What
yes,
I
yes,
want
yes,
people to
yes.
understand, you
Yes,
weren't
yes, yes. It's not
talking
a
with
it's not a well, it's not a astral travel, you know, because
right.
I wasn't in the place, and I disappear in the school, and it's impossible, you know. It's
Yes.
not a dream, it's real. Okay,
And it's your physical body. Yes.
exactly, exactly. And so now I jump again to
To Dan.
um, you know,
Yes.
it's my life is so, and I can't explain everything in the short
Yes.
time, you know.
Of course. Of course.
So yes, Maria tell me you teleport. So now you understand why she say
Hmm.
to me, you are superstar seed
Right.
because you have the abilities to no, you know,
To
abilities
tell.
to
Yeah.
teleport. Okay,
Yes.
and she tell me you are different, and she train not Maria, but I was trained
Mm.
by the mantis.
In
She was
teleport.
very
In teleporting.
yeah, yeah, teleporting and
Understood.
fighting because she tell me in the future you must fight against races very dangerous
Mm.
Draco,
Yeah.
reptilian Draco,
Yes.
and they have the capacity abilities to read your mind, and they know what you do before you do. So you must create a screen
Uh-huh.
in the front of you, and behind this screen think to fight, but
Yes.
be careful because if they know, it's too late for you. Okay,
Yes.
so
Yes.
imagine. So I'm a kid, so I was trained by different spaces, but I was very friend with this mantis. She was very kind with me, and we are friends at this moment. My
Yes.
teaching in this Solaris since spent a lot of years, I guess 7 years. But after that, they can bring someone in a timeline, and it's you know it's I know it's very difficult to understand this because people say, oh, if he disappeared 7 years, her parents is not oh my god, why my friend. No, no, I explain why.
Yes.
Because
Good.
the timeline in your time, the past, the future, and the present and the future has the same denominator. This is the same time at the same moment, you know.
Mm. Hmm.
So when I disappear 1 hour on the beach,
Yes.
it's really 1 hour. My parents was searching me during 1 hours,
Yes.
but in 1 hours you can spend 10 or 20 years in
Yes.
another plan. So this is the reason why there is some people disappear a lot of hours or a lot of days, you know what I mean.
Yes.
And
Yes.
after that, this is a point of common we have to do together,
Yes.
because it's another part, because dear friend, we have a lot of connection with my dear friend sister with Corina. So
Yeah. We
it's
do.
another thing, because you know we can spend a lot of hours together. It will be a pleasure, but we don't
I
have
would
this
love
time. But
another
it's
time, of course.
another time.
Yes.
So I'm lost because I have a lot of things. I must don't forget this, and you know it's
Doing great.
stressful life because okay.
No, this
Um,
and you were talking about teleporting and
yes,
the man, but you started with Dan Winters
yes,
testing.
that yes. Dan Winter testing. So you know, and you understand why Dan tell me, can you try to do to the same state when we were teleport? I
Yes.
explained why I'm teleport. Okay,
Yes.
so I was in my office and I put the device and I was like this and I try and I feel dizzy, remember? And I
Yes.
think I feel tingling and I
Mm-hmm.
say, oh my God, it's happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I open my eyes and nothing. I was in my office and I say, oh, it's not working. A mistake, error. It
Yeah.
works because I don't teleport, right? But something very strange happening in my brain wave. The software record everything. First of all, when you are like this, very calm, you can't have a big gamma brainwave
Uh-huh.
out of the charts. They
Yes.
must reduce the graphic because they don't see before.
Wow.
And my heartbeat was very high, like Carl Lewis in a run. But
Uh-huh.
I was like
Sitting.
this. It's impossible. So this is a real proof. What people say, oh, no, no, no. You must say, okay, I don't believe this, don't believe this. You're right. But this is something strange happening in the brain wave of these guys.
Yes.
And he tell me, you are a portal yourself. You can spray your energy. I don't know why, but everything is detailed in the software. You Kundalini and your pump of spinal was very very high, and he discovered a lot of gold number in my body, and he explained that
God number.
yes, exactly, gold number. And he explained to me that
Okay.
when
Okay.
I say in my eyes and in other eyes I have different, he say to me, my God, you are a good explanation, because this side is, I don't remember because he's scientist, okay, this side is for
Right.
reality, and the other side is for you know something paranormal activity, and you are very
Okay.
very strong. And he say, for
Okay.
example, to compare, he take the brainwave of the children in the documentary of Caroline Corey, Superhumans, in Gaia, where I was,
Uh-huh.
parentheses,
Yes.
and I'm
Yes.
very proud for it. And
Yes.
he saw the brainwave. He say it's like the children, but more stronger. Again, I don't say I'm a best and no, no, no. It's not me.
Yes.
This is analyze
Right.
of these guys spend his entire life
Yes.
to the brainwave analysis. Okay, so it's important,
Yes.
and he do a
Yes.
amazing job. I like so much Dan and Patrick, because
Yes.
during 1 month I was in contact with the scientist in Belgium. Okay, and we work together. I must work software and device and everything. They ask me something, everything I say yes, 100% yes. What do you want? Okay,
Mhm.
you are very exciting. Yes, because I want to know myself too.
Right.
So if you lies, you don't expose yourself with, okay, analyze my brainwave, analyze my blood, analyze the analyze that. I'm a laboratory rats,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
so I trust in these guys, so I trust him, so I decide to, okay, I want to know.
Yes.
And where I was in France, there is a big symposium of paranormal things and a lot of device. And there is a guys. I was 21 years. He can take a photo of your aura,
Okay. Yes.
and there is a wall with a lot of picture of aura. Someone can torsion a spoon, and telepathy, and brainwave of monk, and
Hmm.
I decide to take my photo of aura, and my dad say, okay son, put the power on. And I say
Yeah.
okay, and I enter in a little room, very dark,
Yes.
and I put my hand to a device, and we were in the dark, and he take a
Mm-hmm.
polaroid,
Mm-hmm.
and when he opened the polaroid, he say, oh my god, I never seen that before, and I travel a lot of country, and I say, what you saw? And I was white bright, and we don't saw me, only my shoulder, but all me was white. And he say, you are a strong connection with something very strong in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say that to Dan, he tell me, yes, you're right, because in the brainwave, I saw the peak of your energy, and everything you say in your life, everything you explain to your experience, everything is right here with your brainwave. So you are not liar,
So
you
it
know.
was proven. It
Yes,
was
it's a proven. You
scientific.
know, yeah, you can trick, you can lie to the lie detector. You know, if you
Right.
are a soldier, a special agent, or whatever, you can train to. You know,
Yeah.
it's like this, because the best warrior can do this, and soldier, but
Right.
there is something you can lie. This is your brainwave, because
Yeah.
you can control your brainwave, you know.
Correct. Correct. Yeah. You cannot control it.
Exactly. So I was very grateful and very happy that something huge
Yeah.
on niveau experiment and test can
Yeah.
prove, and nobody can say, oh, it's wrong. Okay, test you, test
Yeah.
you. So uh, when I was sick, when I was kid, sometimes in a degree Celsius,
Yes.
48 degrees of temperature.
Wow.
You know, you are dead at 46. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
I get not 48. And 48, I was standing in my, okay, what's happened? And my mom say, you must go to hospital. And my dad say, you're kidding me? Don't go to the hospital. They bring your son, and okay, so we don't
Yes.
tell nothing.
Yes.
This is a part of my life. Oh, there is something to explain to you, because
Yes.
it's important.
Yes.
When I was 20, I'm going to my military services
Yes.
in France, and because my abilities of martial arts, uh,
Yes.
I was in a commando parachutist
Yes.
section, and during my military services, I had a big accident on my shoulder. I was
Tore it. Did you?
yes, exactly. With my muscle was destroyed, and my nerve, so I was hospitalized in the military hospital in France.
Yes.
And when I arrive in this hospital, the doctor tell, don't speak with these guys in this department. And I say, why? Because it's a psychiatric department, and they are crazy. Okay. And I decide to spoke with these guys
Of
because
course you did.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
So they explained to me a frightening story.
Yeah.
And I say, in the beginning, my God, it's not crazy, guys. They tell me each night they saw military with doctor take different military on a stretcher and go down to the basement of hospital. They follow us, and they saw close to the mortuary
Yes.
elevator open the door, and
Mm.
in the front of the inside there is a reptilian beings with a black suit
Okay.
waiting the stretcher.
Waiting with the stretcher.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
and he put the stretcher inside and disappear. When they explain this, you know, I'm I say, oh, okay. I decide to go down.
Of
Me
course you
too.
did. Of course you did.
And I was in the front of the guards, and he said to me, "What do you do here?" And I say, "Oh, sorry, it's a wrong floor." And he was in the front of me
Yeah.
to intimidate me.
Mm-hmm.
And I look in the eyes. It was a humans, okay? And he leave.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I go to my room, and I cross the way of the doctor, and he tell me, "Oh, Don Charles, don't forget your treatment for your shoulder, because it's a new treatment, experimental treatment with infrared to reconstruction your muscle." And the name of this big device was Excalibur.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, yes, yes.
Of course.
So I say, okay, I have a question for you, sir. Yes. Where is the guys? And he say to me, which guys?
Mm-hmm.
The guys of the psychiatric
Mm-hmm.
department.
Mm-hmm.
And he say to me, it's not your business. And I say, but it's not your business. Do you understand? And I say,
Mm-hmm.
okay. And I never saw these guys again. Okay.
Yes.
So they give me my treatment, and it was 10 minutes to the infrared and each day.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, guys give me the treatment, forget me to the device,
They
and
forgot
they forget me. So I was burned
you. Okay.
into my back
Okay.
in a second degrees, and they give me a morphine, a lot of things for the pain.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Mm-hmm.
very painful. And
Yes.
in the night, I was in my bed, and I was a little dizzy with the treatment.
Sure.
And military guys came into my room. I was on the stretcher, and
Wow.
he go down to the basement of the hospital. Very important. Sorry, Biscuit. I forget something, and okay,
Okay.
I jump.
Yeah.
The first time I go down and I was in the front of the guard, I decide to go again 2 days after, and there is no guys. So
Mm-hmm.
I saw the same circus with the stretcher. I was hidden like this in the front of the mortuary, and when the doors of the elevator open, it wasn't a reptilian beings. It was a tall gray,
Okay. Okay.
very tall, like maybe 7 feet. And oh my god, now it's a gray. Before it was reptilian. It's a
Yes.
the
Yes.
family
Yes.
family. So imagine, oh, I jump again. So they go down to the stretcher with me, and when I arrive, it was different. Now I think I was intercepted by the good,
Okay.
because
Got
it was not the same thing. I was
it.
on a stretcher, but maybe they decide to maybe take me, and
Yes.
I was on a stretcher, and I remember something sting here,
Sting. Hmm.
and I was like adrenaline,
Yeah, adrenaline.
adren-
Adrenaline.
ad-
Hmm.
adrenaline.
Hmm.
So I wake up very. So I go down to the stretcher, and there is a woman.
Hmm.
She tell me, hang on. She tell me, put your hand in this little box. I put my hand,
Yeah.
and she tell me, okay, DNA is correct. And I say, say, I remember something like this. Go to this way, and there is a bubble soap, and I enter inside, and maybe before or maybe inside something take
Mhm.
me, because when I feel
Mhm.
dizzy and tingling, I was in the front of Maria,
Wow.
and she tell me, "Hey, how are you? Nice to see you again." And I say, "Who are you?"
Hmm.
And oh, sorry, came to me, and I enter into a big cylinder, and I feel something hot, and everything remember in my mind, and I follow her, and we arrive in a big amphitheater, like a Star Trek, with a
Yes.
gathering and a
Yeah.
lot of spaces, human and in a suit.
Yeah.
It was the same people in the classroom, but adults.
Wow.
And someone waved me,
To you.
and it
Yes.
was David.
Wow.
And he said to me, "Come." And we start our mission
Yeah.
in adults to rescue people to a different solar system. And it was the Solaris, but part two. Part one, it was my training when I was a teenager. Part two, it was in my military services,
So,
and defend the earth against slavery and a lot of things.
Jean Charles, would you mind coming back to share with us part two and how you met your beautiful wife, Melanie? I think that's
Eh, yes,
phenomenal.
with pleasure, because I know I don't see the times, but I think it's 1 hour. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Part
Um,
two.
part
Yes.
two. But
Yeah.
we
Part two, three, four, five. There is a lot of thing. Yeah. I
met
don't spoke about Japan, and I don't spoke about Antarctica with Elena, and there is a
there's
big,
a
big,
lot.
big stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, and guys, I want to we're going to get Jean Charles to answer the questions that he can. But before we do that, I want you to understand something. There is so much proof that Jean Charles has of everything he's talked about. I mean, things, and we don't have time to go into it right now, but he was coming back over and over again. But things like his drawings when he was a child in his journal, specific drawings that he would have had no way of knowing except for what he saw when he was a child. And now, decades after, is being confirmed. So many confirmations and proof that he has. It's absolutely remarkable. And I'm gonna say one thing here. For me, you guys, this is what it comes down to, because we are in a time of disclosure when truth is coming. However, we need to have discernment to discern the truth from the ones that are here with a different agenda to lie about certain things. Now, listen, to me, it comes down to something very simple. Yes, proof is key. Yes, all of that. But to me, the most important thing is fruit. What is the fruit of the person that is disclosing their story for helping humanity? Listen, even in the scripture, it's Yeshua said something extremely clear. You will recognize them by their fruit. So if the fruit that you see from a tree is full of love, of hope, that others can partake of that truth, that fruit that brings them life, let me tell you, that is something you can trust. That is something you can take to the bank. But if the fruit is putrid, if it brings division, if it brings hopelessness, if it brings the opposite of life, I don't care what they say, I don't care what titles they have, that is not coming from the light. And you guys, I got to meet Jean Charles and Melanie personally when they came here. They surprised me when they came in Nashville for my birthday and for Melanie's birthday. And pure love oozes out of them. When I met them at GSIC last year in October, pure love and life oozes out of these people. So, Jean Charles, to me, you and Melanie are absolutely nothing but pure love. And that to me means more than absolutely so much, because in that, you guys, in that love, you know that the whole truth is encapsulated in, because truth operates out of love. Crap and lies operate out of fear. So, sorry, I had to say that. So now, Jean Charles, there are questions, and if you can answer some of them, we have a lot of questions that came through. Karen, if you want to come through and join us, that'd be awesome to kind of help me with some of these questions, because wow, we have a lot of people that are engaging and looking and excited. And Jean Charles, are you going to, I don't know if I'm going to put you on the spot. Are you going to trans or put subtitles in Romanian on this? Is this one you're going to put?
Now I do a lot of things. Okay, I'm trying because it's not my best skills. I'm
Yes.
trying to write my book.
Yes.
I'm dubbing voice English Southshore too for the American people because it's important.
Yes.
After my interview with Gaia, with the great
Yes.
George Nori, and I would like to subtitle in Romania every documentary and movie,
Yes.
Sartre 1, Sartre 2, Revelation started 1, and Revelation started 2. And I want to, thanks to people to follow me and Romania people to discover my story.
Yes.
So I'm very grateful for that, and I want to say that too. So my project is a lot of many because in these years too, I must prepare started evolution
Yes.
3, my Japan connection with my DNA because I have a Japanese DNA in my blood.
Yeah.
So it's another part, okay? I
Yeah.
prepare my conference in France because it will be a amazing conference. And after that, JSIC 3 in Denver
Yes.
with my friends and family, galactic family. It's I have a very big years,
Yeah.
and this years is a year of the dragon.
Yeah.
So I do my best to finish everything I tell,
Yeah.
but Famsi, it's not human to do this job. But like say my best friend, you are not human, so you can do it.
Absolutely. No
Okay,
big deal.
I say
No.
okay. I I I be careful my earth too because you know I'm a part of humans too, so I'm tired like other people. So, but I would like to
Yeah.
subtitle in Romanian all my movies because it will be a gift and maybe a conference in Romania.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
would love, yeah,
w-
because I would
w-
love, I would love for people, even in Romania, my birth nation, to get to hear your story, and Elena,
yes.
John's story, these amazing voices of truth, and others that carry this frequency of truth for this time and this season and this disclosure, from religion to the medical to the cosmic, all of it together, because it's a must for people to know the truth. So that
I
would be,
would like to thank you to say hello to your friend producer too. I don't remember his name. Um,
Bruno. Are you talking
yes,
about? Yes.
Bruno. Yes.
Yeah.
So hello, Bruno. I hope to meet you again once when we were ready. The
Yes.
gathering will be.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so we have questions now. So, okay, go ahead, Karen.
Well, thanks everybody for your questions. I marked them all, so we got a bunch. So we're going to get to it. The first one is I never understood how he recalled his SSP memories. Could you please ask him that? So, Jean Charles, it's all
Yes.
yours.
Alors, it's very clear because 85 memories was here before, when I was young until now. uh, it was there each time, and I keep the secret. But when I was young, I say to my parents, in my documentary, my mother say, when it began when I was 6. And I say, I was drive a spaceship, I was on a school, I was. So after that, when I was I have a hole in my memory. I use hypnosis to um, to fill the hole, but only 15 in 100%. 85% was there. So I don't have no memories, and I use hypnosis, and I remember all. Each things happen to me in this real life, in 3D life. My meeting with men in black, with my parents, my blood, my disappear. It wasn't only a memory rise. It's real. So it's important. 85 memories of my time in space was real memories.
That's very good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's very good. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead,
All
Karen.
right. So the next one is were the children the same age and were they all human beings?
I don't understand what you want.
Oh,
Uh,
so were the children in the spaceship, they were different ages, right?
yes, yes, yes.
And they were not all human beings, correct? They were.
No, exactly. Only me and the guys, David Rousseau. We have 3 years between him and me, but all spaces inside. Uh, I remember it was a child, so maybe there is more older than the appearance. But for me, it was a little child, a little aliens, different beings, but it was 6 or 7 or 8. It was very teeny races. So it was a child, but I don't know precisely what old they are.
Yes, yes, but different. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Very
yeah, yeah. Different.
okay, wonderful. Okay.
Okay, so here's one. I believe that most O plus are descendants from reptilian DNA, a blood type. Our original Terra DNA, does Jean Charles know more regarding this? So
Oh, but
what she's asking is different A people or B blood types.
no, I don't have the answer of this question. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Um, all right, here's another one. Karina, please ask him how and when all his SSP memories came back. Did he remember being um I think it's regressed, she's trying to say.
So ask him when all his SSP memories came back. So when did, I guess you said in time, when did they all come back?
Oh, when I was young, when I was 13, 14, 15,
So
since after my sunstroke. I was able to spoke about what's happened in space, the cabin crew, the,
yeah.
the the different things. Victor, I was in still in communication with him. So when I was 13, when I was 6, I spoke about my parents when I was in space. But when I was 13, 14, after my sunstroke, it was every day I spoke about this. And I draw and I write, and
You
every
have
day.
which is remarkable because most people, their memories don't, details don't come back until later. So it's remarkable that yours came as at a young age. So, and you wrote them and you drew them, and then now you have as proof. It stands as proof,
Mm.
as a testament to what you're saying. Incredible. Okay, next scene.
Karina,
Next.
here was something that was kind of on the piggyback on the blood type, because she put, if you are a super soldier, have you had your blood type tested, like O positive, AB, or B, etc.?
My blood is normal, but I don't share my rhesus for safety.
Of course, yes. Okay, okay.
All right. Here's what
No,
transport do the
excuse
E?
me, normal,
Okay.
but in in a time of my life, he was green, so it's not normal, right? Not
Exactly.
we don't talk about rhesus. We just the color is not normal. So,
Yeah, right.
but now it's normal.
Yeah,
But this is the
Um,
answer of your question.
that's funny.
okay,
That's
that's great. What transport do the ETs use to go from local distance to
short.
maybe a short distance?
They have a portal inside different place of the spaceship, and they use a shuttle to with a supraluminal system. It's more speed than a speed light. It's
All right.
okay.
The next one
Yes.
is, what is a codex?
The codex, it's it's a law of universe. It's a cosmic law. It's like I will explain. It's like a Bible, with different things inside. And when we are a protector of codex, you protect this thing, these essential things. You respect yourself. You're not slavery.
Okay.
It's a codex. It's a lot of code of like chivalry.
Yes, like code of conduct yeah, now the word left my head.
You know.
Conduct.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, that's great. All right.
Here's a great one. Do you have a photo of the crystal?
Yes, inside my movies, Starship Revelation 2, there is a photo of the crystal and the photo of my blood and the testimony of my parents. Uh, they explain what they live with me and my meeting with Men in Black and uh, my injury with energy weapon against me. So everything is inside the movie.
You
Great.
guys, I encourage you, before we go to the next question, I encourage you to check all of Jean Charles's movies. He has two of them and documentaries, and we're gonna have there you go, where you can get his movies, Jean Charles's movies, and the documentaries, and just dive deep into everything he's talked about. It's really remarkable, and like he said, he is working on Starseed, on Revelation Starseed 3. So just, I encourage every one of you, support him, support the work that he's doing by watching his remarkable life story that he did when he put him in these movies and documentaries. So I want
Yeah.
you guys to encourage you to do that. Go ahead, Karen.
Yeah. Just go to his website and you'll find his movies and where you can purchase them and download those. All right.
Yeah.
When the praying mantis telepathically spoke to you and said you were chosen, what did she mean by that for DNA, future missions, etc.?
Yes, because I have interaction with orc discovered in Antarctica, in Kalash Mountain, and in Mount Fuji in Japan, and to Mauna Kea in Hawaii. So it's another development, and we don't have the time to explain that. For the next interview, I can explain that, but this is a part of my answer to your question.
Yeah, yeah, very good, very good.
Well, this question says the experience you lived when you were a teenager, was that in, all right, now I'm not French. can't say it. It's
Two?
the Alps. Was it? How do you say it?
Is it
Stop, Karina. Is it?
go ahead.
So it says, wasn't it? And it says, I live in the Alps. Is that right?
I don't
France. I
understand
sometimes
everything because you stop and I try to understand, and but after that, what
So
tell me the question exactly.
he says the experience you lived when you were a teenager, was it in the Hatus Alps? H
Atus.
Hates Alps. I live in the Hatus Alps in France. I
Uh,
sometimes saw UFOs. Do
yes.
you know if this place is a hotspot for them? So she's asking if the experiences that you had as a teenager was
Oh,
in
where I live
these
at
Alps,
this moment,
Hatus?
the place where I live when I was young,
Yes.
yes, I discovered now. It was because the person asks this question is French, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
I'm guessing.
I lived in. I just say one word, and I I hope he understand just a more. I lived in the
Okay.
defense. The defense. The city, the town was the defense, and there is a big place in the defense, and under the defense there is something deep. So
Hmm.
I think he understand what I mean. You
Okay.
understand?
Good. Very good.
Nikola
We'll s-
Tesla wrote in the 1900s that crystals are alive. In your experience, are crystals conscious? Do they have their own thoughts, their own personalities? And should we ask crystals for permission to touch them, to work with them?
Yes, I have a lot of grateful for Nikola Tesla work, and my good friend Chris Esson work with the same technology. So I was in the contact with the crystal when I when I was injured by a Draco. I was near to death, and I was put inside a med bed, and I remember it was a liquid inside, and above me there is a crystal inside the med bed, and it changed the color. It was bluish and purple, and I feel inside of me a hot, and I was healed. So the crystal technology is everywhere in the spaceship. There is a heart of the spaceship, the earth art of the
heart.
spaceship.
Yes.
They use for weapon. They're used for healing. They use for medbed,
Hmm.
and they use for exchange, like a currency. Space
Yes.
currency is a crystal. They harvest crystal in a different planet, and they use this to exchange something. You know,
Yes. Oh, that's wonderful. Great question. Great questions.
Yes. This question says, have you had your IQ tested? If yes, what is it? Is
acute
this
tested.
not the reason you can teleport, or are you using gamma waves?
I don't know because when I want to be somewhere, it's natural and I don't know what's happened inside. But
Hmm.
uh, with the explanation of my friend Dan, he tell me that I'm produce a big gamma brainwave, and I transform like a portal in front of me, and I use my own portals, you know, like you open a curtain, you know.
Right. Right. So it's more DNA connected.
Yes, 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 yes. I think my DNA is not
Yeah.
it's connected. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Wonderful.
I hope answer correctly for the for the question of people.
This is great. No, no, no. You're doing
Yeah.
phenomenal. This is really good.
Thank you.
Next.
Okay, next question, John Charles. If you are seeing two different images from your left and right eye, are you cognitive? Are cognitive requirements performing images at the same time?
It's a different images in each eyes, and the two images cross, and
Hmm.
when they melt,
Hmm.
it's happening something at this moment.
Phenomenal. Hmm. This is really good. All right.
And that was the last one.
All right.
Okay.
Wow.
How many people in live?
Oh, we
Well,
had
we got up to about 90 and we're at 79 and we want to thank everybody for hanging in here
Yeah.
for the time because hey, we could talk for
Yes, yes,
hours,
yes,
but
yes, yes.
I'm telling you, people are hanging in,
they
so that's
are.
great.
Yeah, they're definitely, and it's great because again, it's lunchtime, around lunchtime. So this is
Yes.
wonderful. People coming in and hopping in, and I know in different parts of Europe it's nighttime, and Australia, God knows what time it's over there because it's we have all these time zones. So, wow, Jean Charles, thank you so much. This has been incredible. What a awesome joy and honor and just pleasure to have you with us. Thank you so much for sharing who you are and letting your love come through, the emotions of your heart. It's just beautiful because you're so real. You guys, what you see there is what you see in real person, both for Jean Charles and beautiful Melanie. I love you both so much. Thank you. Thank you, all of you, for watching. Jean Charles, any last words that you have for our viewers before we let them go?
Mm, I want to thank you, my parents, to birth me,
Yes.
and my wife Melanie, and my daughters, and each people follow me since a lot of years and believe in me, and hug me when I met people. They give me a lot of unconditional love,
Yeah.
and I'm very happy and very grateful for that. And I want to thank you, Karen, and you, Karina, to receive me at your show. It's important to share my story in the world, and I'm very grateful for that. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart.
We love you. We love you so much. You guys, thank you for being with us. We love you. Remember who you are. Remember the power that you have within. Remember the abilities that are inside of you. Go and tap them in as you walk your quest for truth. Karen, any last words?
Yeah, Jean Charles, stay on the line with us. We want to just have a little conversation with you afterwards. We appreciate you coming on and saying yes. We want to do another show with you. We have a lot more questions, and we did get some great show ideas to do with you. So we asked the people, and they gave us the answers. So we look forward to having you back, and thank you again.
Thank you, guys. We love you. Till next time. Bye bye.